a little bit, but it's so much better.
Yeah, it is. And I love the ankle. Do you see the ankle? Because you're standing on it. See, it was like shaky, like crazy. We're getting a little, understand that you're supposed to have that. In fact, let's do this and then I'll talk.
Well, as a dancer, I should not have that because we're trained.
No. You have to have a little, but it should be just a little.
Yeah, mine's usually
more and
locked
more
down
refined.
and I go up on releve, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's in, so it's left. Okay, so we'll remember. You'll help me remember it's left. Go ahead and have a seat. But your brain depends upon that sway, and there's a certain amount of sway that we're going to do, not just in terms of the amount, but the frequency of that sway. Right? Most people are swaying and you don't even know it.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
The rest of them, you see it, right? It's that blatant, and that's because they're going faster than you. That's why you're noticing it. And so this sway, if I'm going this way, all of a sudden I'm putting tension on muscles on this side of my body, which is turning up the cerebellum and lighting up the brain on this side. And then because I'm here, it's creating a reflex that wants to bring me back, and I'm contracting. Boom. Can you see how it's going to turn on my brain and maintain it? That's why you can stay awake, throughout the day especially when you're standing. I've got this switch in my butt. When I sit down, I'm right to sleep. It's very hard to sit up front in church and stay awake. I'm sitting. Oh no. I tell my counselors, hey, if you see me doze, smack me. Bam! Wake me up. So that's supposed to be there because it's a physiological fact of keeping that brain working. But the more you see it, the more it's telling you things. Also, you'll notice in asymmetries in that sway, where they're going this much in this direction, but they're only going this much in this direction. Where's the problem? The movement in that direction.
Okay.
Right? We need to tighten that down.
The bigger the movement to the direction is, that's the side of the brain that's wonky.
I would suspect that it probably was the opposite.
Okay, so if I'm
motion
to the right, then it's probably my left brain going.
Yeah, it depends because it especially depends on stacked versus cross lesion. Did we talk about that?
Yes, because I have a stacked and an opposite, which makes it harder for you.
Right, exactly. Because the cerebellum and the brain are on the same side, that are weak, and they're not supposed to be that way. See, if I'm crossed, then if I activate this cerebellum, it's turning on the cortex that needs it. But if it's the same one, if I activate this cerebellum because it's low, it's turning up the hot brain. And because it's the hot brain, it's every time I fire it, I'm inhibiting the weak brain, which is making it worse.
Right. How do I know the difference between what I'm doing is good for me versus what I'm doing is not good for me?
First of all, when it's a stacked lesion, those are more difficult cases. They're more profound in the feelings of whatever the symptom is. If it's a migraine, it's going to be that much more intense than that. And so I'm looking for it if I'm doing something that makes it worse. I mean, if you listen to my Zoom calls, do this. How did that feel? That was great. I feel better. This morning, where she has migraine, right here, and it can switch sides. I say, we did something and it got better. Great. We did another thing, it got better. Then we did a different thing, and it got worse. That revved it up. Great. We're not doing that today. Other times it works, but right now she is stacked. And so I'm going to be much more careful, and I'm going to watch for it. That's why I test every time. I could say, yes, do this, or yes, do that. And the more we go, as in dealing with your circumstance, the more you're going to learn how to test.
Good. To
determine, well, I want to do this certain thing because this part of my brain needs help, but I'm going to be testing to see which side I'm going to do it on.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
And then when I do it, I'm going to see how do I feel But then I'm also going to retest. We're always doing outcome assessment, right? I put some pepper up your nose. Let's retest your balance. How did it do? Make sense?
Yes.
Very good.
Right now, I just started having an aura,
Okay.
like a hot flash,
Okay.
inside myself sensation, a
Okay.
little like, oh, could I just lay down, pass out? It's just quick, and then it has just a little bit of a lingering effect, like, okay, let me. It's not like well, maybe there's like a hormonal hot flash, but it doesn't feel like the quintessential hot flash.
Right. It's not that.
It's like my brain just went ka-ching.
Yeah. When did you eat last?
I just ate before I came here.
Just-
I had a
okay.
chicken.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Protein up.
Very good. Excellent. Okay.
And salad. But usually these are accompanied by much worse sensations. Like after this aura happens,
Mhm.
what else is going to happen? Am I going to start crying? Am I going to start doing this?
Mhm.
Are my legs going to start doing it?
Right.
But nothing else has happened.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, open your mouth. I'm going to do this. Okay, you feel that and that. There you go. I'm going to need that one. So, okay, now.
Rub my eye.
I gotta keep you class.
And rub my eye.
Yep. You
Look
got
at me
it.
getting this down.
You're going to make a great functional neurologist.
And my grandsons are going to be a functional neurologist. Just wait. 4 and 1. I'm going to start them off right.
All right, now tap your face. Okay, relax. Now let's check the tongue.
I think it's the same.
Very good. Then we'll do both at the same time. We'll do this. There you go.
I regret that decision.
We were talking in that little meeting, and we're talking about swallowing because in Parkinson's you lose volume in your speech, called hypophonia. I said, well, you need to be doing things that are going to activate that speech centers in the brainstem. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, gag reflex, right? That's the upper register. You're getting a contraction of those muscles. We develop that whole chain when we're babies breastfeeding. And that pull, that's 5, cranial nerve 5. The movement of the muscles in your face, 7, right when you were tapping. And then 9 and 10 are the swallow digestion. And 9 and 10 actually do work together for the swallow. Well, that's the lower register of the speech. The higher register is that pull. So we're doing the pull. So a sucker and gag reflex, and down here we're vibrating one side or the other. We've done that already, haven't we? For cranial nerve 10. Yeah, and that's why 9 and 10. So
Popsicle stick, vibration,
yeah.
no meds.
Yep. No meds.
Am I supposed to be like, doing something like this?
No, it's the same. We're doing the same. This is 12. This is
Okay.
tongue. So, and it's the same, so we'll just do both sides same.
Okay. So I have to do both sides.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible to do that too. That's really more what I would do. You know, I would be trying to layer it to amplify it. Like, let's say you're doing an exercise, you're learning to lift your toes. We talked about that, learning to lift your toes. And then while you're doing that, I'm hitting it with a reflex hammer, not hard, just tapping it so we can intensify that contraction.
It makes my brain realize. Okay.
Yeah, but also it's a reflex, right? And so I'm contracting and I'm activating the involuntary side of that muscle at a higher level.
And that's what I've been having problems with, the overcompensation of all the muscles for the ones that are doing nothing.
The ones that are doing nothing, yep.
Okay.
Okay, all right, now piano fingers.
They're good, they're both doing
One
good.
sweeper, yeah.
I feel like the left one is a little bit slower, but
Okay,
I feel
now
like they're doing good.
go ahead and relax. Now we're going to do palm up, palm down. As that gets closer, I like to use palm up, palm down because it can show up a little easier. Do you see it?
Left side.
See the fish flop? I call it fish flop.
I lose that motion, that motor
Lose
control.
that control,
Yep.
exactly. That stiffness.
It's just
and
whacking
stuff.
it on.
So it's left. So we're going to do left. Now, and we found out that it was left in the brain by standing. Right?
And that's right. We reinforced it because when I stood, I fall over.
Yep.
To the left.
Yep. So we're going to figure eight on the left with your wrist.
I still can't get over how you got rid of my cluster headache, which is a 3-day headache, and you got rid of it in 20 minutes over the phone, thousands of miles away from me.
I love my job.
I love your job too. I'm just worried that there's only you.
Well,
Do you
hello.
need us to come back?
What's that?
Do you need us to come back?
No.
We can come in?
Just
Here?
go ahead and come in the playroom. Hello.
Playroom.
How you doing? Oh, wait a minute. I need a hug.
Isabel.
I love you,
We're
sweet.
gonna
Mwah. Come here, Isabel. Come here,
Huh?
sweetheart. Oh, my princess. I love you. Give me a smooch. Mwah. There you go.
It's fatigued.
Very good. Very good.
But I got distracted and I forgot I was fatigued.
Yeah.
Cuteness will do that to you.
Yeah, it does that to me every time. Yeah, I call them my melters. We have